Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about the GST. GST means goods and service tax. First of all, GST it is the biggest tax reform of the century in India which has brought about a biggest shift in the indirect tax administration structure across India. It has changed the method of levy, the administration, its collection procedure, input tax credit rules, dispute resolution for the stakeholders. And what are those stakeholders? Those are the central government, state government, and assessees. The very important thing is that goods and service tax is a destination based tax on the consumption of goods and services. So, the historical background of GST, if we look at this, France was the first country which introduced a comprehensive goods and service tax regime in the year 1954. GST is proposed to be a comprehensive indirect tax levy on the manufacturing, sale, and consumption of goods as well as the services at the national level. It has a very important body, that is the GST Council. And the Union Finance Minister, he is the chairperson of the council. The vice chairperson, they are to be chosen among the ministers of the state government. Other members include the ministers of finance related to each state. The quorum for minimum quorum for the meeting is 50% of the total members, and the decision will be taken up. Final decision will be taken up with the majority of 75% of the total members. The weightage assigned to the state is 2/3 and that of the center is 1/3. And what is the function of council? The council is to make the recommendations on everything related to GST, including laws, rules, rates, etc. Next is the scope of GST, that is what is to be included and excluded in the GST. The GST has subsumed various indirect taxes that has already been imposed under the previous tax regime. And what are those? Many central as well as the state taxes have been subsumed. These are the central taxes are the central excise duty, additional excise duty, the excise duty levied under the medicinal and toiletries, service tax, additional custom duty, which is known as the countervailing duty, and special additional duty of customs. Under the state taxes, the taxes subsumed or absorbed under the GST are the VAT, that is value added tax, which is also known as the intrastate sales tax, entertainment tax, luxury tax, taxes on lottery, betting, gambling, various state cesses and surcharges, entry tax. So what has been the in the out of the scope of the GST is alcohol for the human consumption. It means on these things GST is not yet implemented. 5 petroleum products, which includes the crude oil, diesel, petrol, natural gas, tobacco, entertainment tax levied by the local bodies, power to remain, and the for the alcoholic for human consumption, the power to remain is with the state government. That is, on this, the excise duty will be implemented. On the 5 petroleum products, the GST Council will decide when to implement the GST. For the tobacco part of the GST, but power to levy the additional excise duty is with the state government, and in case of entertainment tax, the power to tax remains with the local bodies. Now, under the GST and service tax system, the various important takeovers or the important points are that under the IGST, the center they levy the IGST, that is the integrated goods and service tax, which is the rate of the IGST will be the sum of the rate of CGST and SGST. CGST is the central goods and service tax and SGST is the state's goods and service tax, and it will be implemented on all the interstate transaction of the taxable goods and services. The interstate seller pays IGST on the value addition after adjusting the availability of the credit of the IGST, CGST, SGST, whatever be the case. The exporting state will transfer to the center and credit of SGST used in the payment of IGST. The importing dealer, they claim credit of IGST while discharging his output tax liability in his own state. The center transfer to the importing state the credit of IGST used in the payment of the SGST. In case of IGST, under the GST regime, the integrated GST would be levied and collected by the central government, and such supplies in the course of interstate trade or commerce shall be levied and collected by the government of India, that is the central government, and it will be apportioned between the union and the state in the manner as may be provided by the law on the recommendation of the GST Council. In this session, we will discuss up to this, and in the next session, we will discuss the other key points relating to the GST. Thank you so much.